Some of you fellas seem very worried about my AMD experience, so let's get on with this. All right, so guys, I get why you would be a little bit worried maybe about my AMD experience, but I assure you, everything is fine. I've just been covering a lot of sim racing equipment because I've gotten over a couple $1,000s worth of sim racing equipment in the last week, and I'm getting more either before the end of this week or the beginning of next week, so that I will still be covering it on the PlayStation and the Xbox. This is this channel, like I'm not just tied to one type of content on here just because I did the PC stuff. My journey with the PC stuff is pretty much at its like culmination. Like I have the max experience I can get with AMD with the 7900 XTX. Like I'm at the top. Like, what do you want me to do? There's no other GPUs to buy. I'm definitely not spending money on a 4090. So I'm pretty much as high as I can go. There's no reason for me to go out and buy any of the older cards or less powerful cards, because we're almost to the point where we're getting a new generation of GPUs. So it's probably better if I just save my money now and wait until then to make a decision if I need to cover anything like that when those cards launch. It's either that or 5090 rumors, guys. It's either that. You want me to start doing the 5090 rumors like everybody else? We can do the 5090 rumors like everybody else. They tend to bring in the clicks, but to be completely honest with you, I'm not following the rumors of all of that stuff just because I don't have the brain capacity to sit and do that. I've got other things that I need to cover. I know you guys, I get it. You think that there's like some weird conspiracy going on because my other XTX had a faulty solder joint on the power connector. So now all of a sudden, like, everything's just doom and gloom. Sorry guys, I don't operate like that. I get it. Things like that happen in the field that I work in maintenance, fixing things for a living. Stuff like that just happens. Things come and they don't work. We send them back. It's something that just happens. The new XTX that I got is running just fine. There's no power delivery issues. I'm not having any issues with it whatsoever. It's just been really hot the last week. Like it's been hot. So my wife is kind of, in the studio watching TV and hanging out, because this is the one room that we invested in an actual air conditioner that would keep the room nice and cool during the summertime. So I've been in the living room with the swamp cooler, dealing with it just gives me a lot more room to like push all the couches out of the way, to put all my freaking sim racing equipment. I mean, look behind me. I even took the other sim rig out there. I even took the FGT out there because I got some more content planned. I got a couple more wheelbases coming from Thrustmaster. So I wanted to put everything out there because I'm going to be doing a bunch of sim racing comparisons with the different wheel setups and the cockpits that I have. So you guys read way too much into things, man. Way too much into things. You guys get all hype. You get all hyped up, and you start thinking that, oh no, Froggy's going back to consoles. I'm not going back to consoles. Well, I never really technically left consoles. Most people sell their consoles when they move to PC. I didn't do that. I knew that as this channel. I mean, when the PS5 Pro launches, I'm going to buy one and cover it on the channel. I was going to get the ROG Ally X, but then I just decided, no, man. I've already got my ROG Ally. I don't play it as much as I want to, so I'm just going to invest that money in the PS5 Pro because there's a lot of games that I would rather play on that. Let's face it, Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out and it's only on console. Probably going to want to play it on the PlayStation 5 Pro unless Xbox is going to bring out a beefier console by then too. It would be wise, if PlayStation is doing this, it would be wise for Xbox to do that. But I could honestly see Xbox shooting themselves in the foot and doing a whole new Xbox generation, and then Rockstar being like, well, we're not going to upgrade it for your new console because we're selling a lot of them on the PlayStation 5, and that's a brand new, you know what I mean? I could definitely see Xbox doing something like that. They seem to be tripping over themselves a lot lately. I mean, Avowed, a game that I was really looking forward to playing this year, they pushed to next year, and I'm tired of it. That's why I canceled my Game Pass subscription, is because I'm not going to keep paying for it, because they literally, I'm not even joking, it's like they hate me and they keep delaying every single game that I want to play a lot longer. So I'm done paying for my Game Pass. I just buy the games anyway, so it's not anything. I'm just done paying for Game Pass, because they don't deliver the games that I want to play when I want to play them. And I guarantee there's other people out there that are waiting for specific games, that are paying for it, that are starting to get a little bit irritated like I am, because they keep paying and paying and paying, but the games they want to play keep getting pushed back further and further and further. And it's literally feeling like it's become this thing with Xbox where, sorry, side rant, it's almost like I do got a video planned for this, but it's almost like they are less interested with bringing out games faster to like make everybody happy. They're more worried about just padding the freaking launch lineup going forward, and they will move the games to wherever they want to try to justify that. So yeah, I'll just wait until the games come out, and then I'll buy them and I'll play them. I have no reason to keep paying into something that is not going to deliver those experiences when I think that they should be putting these games out as quick as possible. I don't know what, I mean, they've literally had like a few years this generation where they didn't really do a whole lot. So yeah, they need to start putting out some bangers pretty quick for everybody, instead of like trying to hold things back. That kind of sucks. Other than that, guys, yes, the PC experience is fine. The XTX is right here. It's alive. It's running just well. I mean, how else would I have been editing all the videos, the sim racing videos that I've had? My PC was down for, it wasn't even down. To be completely honest with you, it's never been down. There was a faulty solder joint on the board of my old XTX. It still worked. It still received power, and it still worked. It was just one of those things that was a ticking time bomb, that if I would have just not returned it and be like, oh, well, it's working, benchmarks are doing fine, later down the road, that one solder joint could have turned into two solder joints and more, and it could have caused, catastrophic damage to that GPU and that board. Now, at least they'll be able to get it back, resolder that joint, and potentially resell it as a refurbished GPU, as opposed to it completely going out. It never went out. It never stopped working. It worked just fine, but I took the necessary steps to have it replaced. I had the GPU back in my hands, the new one, before I initiated the return on Sunday morning, and I had the GPU at 6:45 that night, pulled it out, put the new one in, took it over to Kohl's, and yeah, it was never even down. I was in the front room making content anyways, so it didn't matter. I was literally able to get the GPU back at like 6:45 and come back in here after that, edit all the videos from that day, and put them out. So never once did I not have the ability to do what I needed to do. It's just that I was in there making a whole bunch of content anyways, so it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter. So you guys are pretty, I get it though, man. If this was an NVIDIA GPU, man, you guys would have had 50 videos of how bad NVIDIA sucks. Like, I get it. I know you're upset. I know you're like, dang it, Frog, you're supposed to be fair and non-biased. Come on, man. Like, eventually in the PC space, you're gonna go through something like this. I get it. You guys want the 50 AMD sucks videos. Don't worry. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I've got other stuff I'm trying to cover right now. My focus is purely on that, and it does suck because I have a full-time job too, guys. I got to go to work right now here in a freaking like here in a half hour. I got to go to work, so it's one of those things where don't you worry, you're gonna get your content. It's just I have other things. This whole weekend we're gonna be covering the 7900 XTX with PSVR 2 because my adapter should be here tomorrow morning. So we're gonna have plenty of XTX content. Don't you fellas worry. Don't get all butt hurt and everything because I'm covering the Xbox and PlayStation, especially all you 3060 bros, because we both know that PS5 and Xbox Series X are definitely better than the 3060 Pro Army. So, all right, guys, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have a good Thursday morning.